Hello everyone and welcome to another Headstone video, and today I have another version of the multi-item shulker storage, right? So here, as just an example, we have some dummy shulkers here, and this one is the shulker that will get the items inside, right? As you can see, we have dice here, and here we have some items that are mismatches, right? This uh, magenta wall here and all the walls, and these 90 blue dice and 90 red dice should enter uh, inside this chest in this pink shulker. So we should have 19 blue die and 19 red die at the end, and as you can see here we already run a test before, right? So we also have some wool here, so in the end we should have 8 wool of each, right? So let me just place it here, and uh, I will reduce the volume here just because uh, it's quite noisy because of these pistons and everything, right? But I will try to explain while the system is running. So first of all, here we have 3 comparators because this time I'm using 3 hoppers to point into the shulker box here, trying to get items inside the box, right? To make it a little bit faster, but still of course very slow compared to other types of multi-item sorting, right? And yeah, because we have 3 comparators here, we need this OR gate here, because every time at least one of the comparators has an item here inside the hopper, right? This redstone line will turn on, and this makes two things. It turns off this torch that stops the clock when we have no more items, right? And also turns on this line here that will lock the hoppers, this hopper and this hopper. That's what this line do. It's hoppers under the dispenser in this hopper here, just to remove all shulker box left inside the dispenser in this hopper when the system is done. And we also unpower this piston here, because this piston, when we have no items, it will power this redstone dust that locks the hopper where you have your shulker here, right? And also we lock the hopper with this observer here. That's also part of the item elevator, because yeah, when we are elevating the shulker box here to do another cycle, we don't want the shulker box to start getting inside the dispenser again, so we have to lock this hopper. And the best way I could do is using 2 repeaters like this. Uh, so yeah, because the observer gives a kick pulse, and yeah, as you can see now, the shulker box are coming here, and yeah, these 2 repeaters in 4 ticks keep the hopper locked enough time to get all the shulker boxes back here, right? And yeah, here we have a comparator that sees when we are out of shulkers in the dispenser, and what it does is move this up here to unlock the hopper here, so it will send all uh, the boxes in the elevator. And I managed to make an elevator that's almost silent. It do 2 clicks at the beginning and 2 clicks at the when it's finished placing all the shulker boxes here. But during all the shulker boxes coming, it's silent, right? And yeah, another thing that we do when we get empty dispenser here is we power this line that powers this dropper, and this dropper has 2 items inside. And the reason for this is if we have items that don't match, like the lime wall here, for example, and let's see, this is also wall. Yeah, so right now you will see what happens. It will rotate between all shulker boxes, and it will activate this and send one item here, and then it will rotate again and activate this again and send another item there. And when this is empty, this comparator will unpower these hoppers, and it will get this lime wall here, and it will go to this chest here, right? and yeah, it will empower this hopper, this one, and also we are using an observer here to see when this hopper is powered, and uh, kind of does a toggle state here, which I know is bad, but I couldn't wire this anywhere else, right? So if this breaks somehow, right, maybe unloading chunks or something, the only thing what will happen is the items would go all the way here to the mismatch box, but mismatch chest, but maybe they were not mismatches, right? Maybe there was a shulker box there, but because the toggle state was broken, they went back there. So yeah, this would be, I guess, the overflow chest, right? Or where you would have ended your storage system, or maybe send it to another part of your storage system, for example. I don't know, but uh, probably this would be better to be the last thing in your storage system, right? After bulk storage and everything else, because like I said, it's pretty slow, right? Yeah, here is the fade out clock, right? This time I'm using only one comparator to be a little bit faster, and when this fade out clock turns off, this torch turns this piston on, and this piston it will power this block that powers the piston, breaking the box, and this observer here will power the dispenser to dispense another box, and we also have this headstone and this repeater to activate the clock again, right? To do all the cycle again to break another box and all that. And yeah, this torch here will turn on when all the three comparators here, three hoppers, are aimed, which means we don't have any more items to try, so it will turn this torch on to stop the clock here. In this part here, these observers, is when we do get one item inside uh, the shulker box, these torches will turn on and update these note blocks, and the observers will power this to reset the clock before it fades out, right? So it doesn't break the shulker box, because often we have a situation like this, we have a 9 head die, so we try to place one, and then before it breaks the box, right, we try to place another one, because we would have a lot of these, right? Because otherwise we would have to run through all shulker boxes before we try to place the next one, right? And another thing that happens when we run out of items to sort, right? This line will turn off, like I said, and turning on this torch, but also turning off these repeaters. And what happens is it will push this piston up, and this piston is only powering this hopper and this hopper, and these hoppers are for removing the shulker boxes left inside the dispenser in this hopper when the system stops, right, when we run out of items, that we are almost running out, as you can see. Yeah, but yeah, as you saw, it powered, right? But in this case, I think there was no shulker boxes left in the dispenser, but if was, we would have the shulker boxes went down to these two hoppers here inside this chest, and the item elevator, and get back here so the user can access the shulker boxes, right? And by the way, it finished, so yeah, we have 19 blue dye, 19 head dye, and we should have 8 of each yellow or 8 of each wool here, right? So you see the system works. I didn't test it extremely, right? So we might still have some problems. Like I said, this toggle state might break, and also this here to reset the clock, sometimes it doesn't work. I noticed if you place more than 8 stacks of the same type of item that does have a shulker box, it breaks, but uh, yeah, actually it breaks. I tested like 3 times, and it broke every time at the same quantity of items, that I think was 8 stacks and 42 items, I think, something like that. But I would say that if you are inputting 8 stacks of the same item here, you probably should have a regular filter for that item, right? So I don't think this is a big problem. And also if it does happen, the only thing that will really happen is it will cycle the boxes one more time than it should need it, right? So it will be slower, which is already slow, so slow is slower, doesn't matter too much, I guess. What else didn't I explain? Oh yeah, so we have the counter here, right? And every time the counter reaches 0, this piston pushes back and this observer will power this dropper to send these two items back here. And this is very quickly, so we only get one item out the hopper here. Because otherwise we would get a new item, this hopper would suck the new item through. But because we do this really fast, it resets the counter really fast. And also this line here resets the counter because this is the line when we get one item inside the box, right? So when we get one item inside the box, we want to reset the counter because it means we get a new item inside the hoppers here, right? Or at least one of the hoppers. And that one item, uh, maybe the shulker box that this item belongs to already rotated and is waiting here to go to the elevator. So if we don't reset the counter here, the counter might reach 0 here and stuck this item before it has a chance to go inside the shulker box, right? And also that's why we have 2 here, because sometimes the item, like I said, will the box will already be there. So if we reset every time this empties, it would happen that some item that actually can go inside the shulker box would go to the mismatch chest here. And I just realized this uh, this fade out clock here is not even working because it used to be a block here because yeah, we don't need it anymore. It was to keep the hopper locked here more time because I was powering this block with another thing here that wasn't enough to keep the hopper locked, but yeah, we don't need that clock anymore. This one I think is 8 by 9 by 6, right? I will leave a world download in the schematic in the description. But yeah, the two big advantages compared to my other design is that this one is faster for two reasons, because we are using faster fade out clock here, and because we have 3 hoppers pointing to where the shulker box is, right? And also this one deals with mismatch items and send them to a chest here that of course later you can send it to whatever you want in your storage, right? Maybe you want access to those items, so you just make a water stream or elevator and send them to somewhere that you can easy access, right? But yeah, guys, that's it. Like I said, there is a world download and a schematic download in the description. I just wanted to show this new design. And I guess if you are coming from the tutorial from the other design, uh, I recommend building this one unless compactness is really important for you. But this one, the only disadvantage compared to the other one is it's a little bit bigger, right? But still very compact, I think. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!